Alright, so of course step one, we're going to mix our resin. If you want to watch me do this in full detail where I really go into the steps and teach you how to do it, check out my video on casting a figure. I'll leave the link up top here. So yeah, what we're going to do here is I'm going to pour this in 2 pours. So I'm just going to do a little bit at a time so I don't waste any product. I found this is the best way for doing this figure, strictly because it's such a tiny figure that if you try and rush and do it all in one pour, sometimes the resin does not get to the very bottom of the mold and does not fill out the little bits and pieces of the figure. So just as a quick reminder, this is a 1-to-1 ratio, part A to part B. You mix them, it's by volume, so you just make sure they're 2 cups, they're level, same amount in each. Mix them together, and you want to mix this really well. This takes about a day and a half to cure fully, so you have time to work with it. Realistically, you should mix it for a couple minutes to make sure it's completely mixed, and then you let it sit, and air bubbles will form, and you can pop those prior to pouring it. So this is one of the first molds I ever made. It's a different type of silicone than I've used, and I just made it in a bad way. It can't stand on its own, so I have to put it in this little makeshift stand. It's just a plastic cup, but still, it makes it much harder to work with this mold. So plan these things out. Learn from my mistake. Here's Will and Bill. Bill's the little one, Will's the big one. But yeah, definitely give it the full time to cure. Any small parts, or anytime you do small parts like this, you want to give it the full cure time, or even just a little extra time in the mold, just to make sure it's cured and set up. So this is just some hot water I have here. I'm dipping the figure into it. There's a little extra resin, a little bit of the extra plastic on her hands. So what I'm gonna do is just heat this up. It softens the plastic, and then I can cut that off easier and more cleanly, just for a more finished look, without trying to cut through hard cured plastic. So just, 30 seconds in some hot water, and as you see, it's pretty flexible. So just pull her out of there, and we can easily cut around the hand and get the extra material off of it. And then as it cools down, it gets hard again. So that hand that was flopping around barely moves now. We'll just dip it back in here. Again, just for a couple seconds. It's pretty hot water. And that goes for any pop. Even the actual figures. Just get them a little warm. They're easier to work with.
Sit here thinking of you. Maybe I'm painting blue. What I want to do is show your love.
Full hand cured on both these, tough to do. Even when it doesn't cure all the way, it kind of looks cool because again, she's an invisible woman, so it's not really a flaw. Now we just need to do some painting
Maybe I'm
here,
painting
and,
blue. What I want to do is show.
Alright, so after cutting a little bit of excess plastic off, what we have here is a figure that's about ready to go. So I made a custom metallic blue using these 4 colors here: navy, an ice blue, a metallic white, and then a primary blue. And I used those, mixed them together in my little jar here, and got the proper blue. After a few coats and some decals, here's the finished product. Alright, there it is. The Invisible Woman Custom Funko Pop. What we did from start to finish is we made our own mold, then we cast the figure, we added a little paint, a head from Funko, and there it is, the finished product. So I think it came out really well. It's a custom design of my own. What I'm gonna do in the next video is show you how I reproduce something that Funko themselves made. We're gonna redo the Thing Funko Pop. It's a vaulted, not sold anymore in stores Funko Pop. So I'm gonna show you how I reproduce that and try and get it as close to the original as possible. So if you wanna check that out, hit the subscribe button so you get all my videos as they come out. Hit the like button on this one because it really helps me out. And thanks again, guys. We'll see you soon.